If the leaks are even half right, the iPhone 17e could be the dark horse of 2026. A phone with a royal flush of features that no other iPhone can match. Not even the massive Pro Max. And the most surprising part? Its biggest advantage doesn't come from camera's AI or some wild new zoom lens. It might dominate the market simply because it doesn't get bigger. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. Everything I'm about to share comes from leaks, rumors, and analyst predictions. Apple hasn't confirmed anything yet. Specs, names, and exact features are all subject to change. But if these leaks are accurate, the direction Apple is heading in is genuinely fascinating. Let's start with something you probably feel every day. Even if you haven't put in the words, phones are getting absurdly large. Think back to your first smartphone. Now, think about the one you're using today. Over the past decade, screen sizes have ballooned. The iPhone 6s in 2015 had a 4.7-inch display. Today, the regular iPhone is around 6.3 inches. That's not a small upgrade. That's a completely different category of device. If you're in the US, you know the struggle. You sit in your car, the phone digs into your thigh. You put it in your jeans pocket, it sticks out the top. You try typing one-handed, suddenly you're doing thumb yoga. And we've quietly accepted it as normal. Bigger screen equals better phone, right? Well, maybe not. Because while flagship models keep stretching taller and wider, one corner of Apple's lineup is rumored to stay the same size. The iPhone 17e, that unchanged 6.1-inch screen could be its secret weapon. Here's the big idea. In a world where every company is racing to make the biggest, boldest Pro Max, Apple could quietly win over a huge audience by doing something simple. Not growing. Let that sink in. The regular iPhone has crept up to 6.3 inches. The rumored iPhone Air is around 6.5 inches, thin and light, but still big. The Pro Max? Practically a tablet with a camera. Sure, great if you want a portable TV in your pocket. Not great if you want something that actually fits comfortably in your hand and your pocket. Meanwhile, the iPhone 17e, part of Apple's budget-friendly E line, is rumored to hold the 6.1-inch line. Is 6.1 inches tiny? No. Is it compact by today's standards? Absolutely. It's human-sized. You can reach most of the screen with one hand. It slides into a pocket without sticking out. It won't make your hand ache after scrolling or texting. You can hold a coffee or a bag in the other hand while using it. That's the first card in the 17Es. Royal flush. Size as a feature. Next up, a rumor flying under the radar. The iPhone 17e might feature a center stage selfie camera. If you've used a recent iPad, you know the drill. The camera follows you during video calls, zooming and panning automatically to keep you in frame. But here's the twist. The 17e could be optimized to take landscape selfies while you hold it vertically. Imagine it. You hold your phone normally, vertically, and the camera frames a perfect horizontal shot. Group selfies, travel photos, TikTok or YouTube content, all easier without awkward sideways grips. So while the Pro models show off crazy telephoto lenses, the 17e might quietly deliver the most practical upgrade. A selfie system designed for real-life use. Combine that with another big leak. The 17e could be powered by the A19 chip. Not confirmed. But Apple often places last-gen flagship chips in affordable models. If this holds, the 17e would offer long-term performance, Move iOS, updates for years, reliable speed for daily tasks. This isn't a cheap phone that feels outdated in 2 years. It's a smaller iPhone that keeps up quietly, effortlessly. Additional rumors hint at an 18MP front camera, that center stage Magic, new in-house C1 modem for better connectivity translation, faster, more stable signals, improved data, and slightly better battery life squeezed out of the same. Physical space. Design matters too. The 16e reportedly stuck with the old iPhone 14 style squared shape. For the 17Es, leaks suggest Apple could finally adopt the softer, rounded edges of the iPhone 15 design. Sound small on paper. In your hand? Huge difference. Rounded edges make a phone feel thinner, lighter, and more comfortable. Paired with a 6.1-inch footprint, the 17E stops feeling like a budget device. It feels like a normal, comfortable iPhone. Materials will stay simple. Don't expect titanium. But that's the philosophy of the E-series. Familiar, comfortable, affordable. What about the display cutout? Notch versus Dynamic Island? Early rumors hinted the 17Es would ditch the notch. Newer ones suggest Apple may reuse the 16Es display. Here's the truth. For the 17Es buyer, it likely doesn't matter. Dynamic Island equals modern look, notch equals slightly older look. Neither size, comfort, longevity. Battery rumors point to around 4,000 mAh with 20 West wired charging, not record breaking. But enough for a full day, especially with an efficient chip and modem. So, what does all this mean when you put the pieces together? You're not looking at a flashy spec sheet monster. You're looking at a phone that quietly masters the basics. Comfortable size, long-lasting power selfies designed for real-life practical. Modern design, reliable battery, and connectivity on paper. The iPhone 18 Pro Max will have bigger screens, more cameras, and layers of eye, but most users don't need that. Most users don't want that. They just want the best iPhone for real life. The 17E challenges what best really means. It asks, what if the best iPhone is the one that doesn't feel like a burden every day? Think about your real-world usage. Texting while holding groceries in hand, navigation scrolling in bed without wrist pain, pocketing it at the gym. Who wins in those moments? 18 Pro Max or 17E? The 17E's strongest card is restraint. While the market races toward bigger, heavier, overloaded phones, Apple could quietly keep one model perfectly balanced, manageable size, modern performance, fair price, a phone that respects the user's hand, pocket, and lifestyle. If Apple gets this right, the 17Es could be the real people's iPhone of 22.6. Perfect for teens, reliable for professionals, comfortable for smaller hands. So, what does all this mean when you put the pieces together? You're not looking at a flashy spec sheet monster. You're looking at a phone that quietly masters the basics. Comfortable size, long-lasting power selfies designed for real-life practical. Modern design, reliable battery, and connectivity on paper. The iPhone 18 Pro Max will have bigger screens, more cameras, and layers of eye, but most users don't need that. Most users don't want that. They just want the best iPhone for real life. The 17E challenges what best really means.